Hello. Oh my god. Everything all at once. Oh, so many boxes. That was so loud. Honk. Yeah.
Honk.
Honk. Hello, everybody.
Honk.
Oh, come in. You can't tell from the screen we're on. We're back in Apollo Justice tonight. Gosh, damn it. Right for the beginning of stream. Regime hydrate? Hydrate from the very beginning? Yes, indeed. Indeed. And warm up our voices and keep them hydrated. Yes, Farina costume! We are all in our Halloween costumes. Here to join a court case. Could you imagine? Could you imagine we walk in?
Showing up to court.
Imagine a borderline Chuni, a cat girl, and a bunny boy all walk into the courtroom. Who are you? We're your defense team.
Your outfit could technically pass as like formal attire.
According to the judgment of the
I mean,
Farina
does operate in the court of law, so
Yeah.
The judgment
I
you just hear, here comes my judicial assistant. And you see little
yes.
pink ears, and just the pink ears, just trotting around behind the attorney's bench.
Right? Something that actually happened to Ace Attorney, you know what, I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it, to be honest. The characters that we've seen, this is something that could definitely happen. But I will say, first of all, I want to shout out Lily Kurama. I don't know if Lily's here tonight, but the absolute goat for helping me with this, because I have no clue how to work Blender and Unity and all that. So she helped me so much to get this put together. So I'm like so grateful. Like I can't even express in words how grateful I am to her for helping me. Not only helping me, but going above and beyond, being like, oh, let me add this extra stuff here. Oh, let me add this extra stuff here. What do you think of this? So I'm like, oh, it's amazing, Lily. Thank you for resubbing so.
Shout her out, only to realize that I am not capable of doing so.
Oh, yes. Indeed. How?
Can you shout out people who aren't there?
Yeah, you can. You don't need to at them is the thing. You just need to write in their username.
You put your hands on your head to imitate bunny ears. Lily!
Oh, there she is!
Thank you so much, Lily. It's so great. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Like, I'm just so happy. Please go follow Lily. Lily's great. She's awesome. She's very kind and sweet. And such a kind friend. She really is. But yeah, that was, first of all, I want to say that. Second of all, I want to say, as I've been sitting here just like getting ready and like making sure everything's working, the Farina drip is so confidence boosting. Like there's a huge confidence boost to it, to where I want to be like, you know, like I really just want to embody Farina when I wear this. I'm like, it feels so good. Damn. Alright, that's for me, so I mean on a technical level. The layers of this power is interesting. Let's go ahead and just load the game.
Oh, jeez. Why am I looking at stream when I have it on Discord? Okay.
Please do. It looks like Discord's immediately crapping out, so that's great. Not Discord, OBS. What is going on? Please come back. Please come back.
I is depriving the whatever role you're playing.
Oh, why is it going to 0? No, don't do that, please. I want to have a good night. Please let me play. Please let me stream.
I mean, judicial mentor?
Judicial mentor, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
My role currently.
Let's see. The internet is having a time. He's the mentor.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's currently fighting against me because I'm the witness.
That's true.
We're not on
Oh
the
my
same
God.
side.
And the judge, and the prosecutor, and
Yeah.
There's so many characters. So many
I'm the
characters.
prosecutor. No, you know what? I
Do
don't
you
know
want?
if I should put my faith in him.
Do you want to bribe the
No,
prosecutor? I don't know.
no,
I don't know if
no.
you want to bribe the prosecutor.
the
Oh
next
my
prosecutor, however.
Yeah, yeah.
the next one, yeah. No,
Yeah.
Aria's not even gonna hesitate on that one. Immediately, it's gonna be like,
No.
it's not even a question. Like, she's just gonna do it. Like, first thing that happens, immediately bribes the prosecutor. Oh, okay. I don't think it's gonna get any better. Hopefully, it's not too choppy on stream's end. So we're just gonna cross our fingers and pray for the best and continue forth. Is it okay for you guys on Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's all that matters.
Should
We can continue
have
forth.
these windows.
April 20th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Oh, okay.
Court will now reconvene. We had a long-ass recess. Has our witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly, recovered? Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again? That's the thing, you see. She's quite fatigued. You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne.
He looks a bit pained, in my opinion.
Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand. Very well, witness will take the stand. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser.
It's been a while, Pierce. Hi. It is
Oh.
I.
It's a Pierce. Hi, Pierce.
It threw me off at first because him and Frost have the same name color.
Oh, yeah. But yes, it is indeed I, Michida. Michida, oh my god. Michida de Fontaine.
Gotta pull my emotions again, even though no one else can hear me. So.
Yes, it is time to all practice our accents and voice acting together.
It's
It's
just
a group.
practice for stream.
What?
Yeah, it's a group activity.
Oh yeah, yeah. Any it's group voice exercises together.
Yeah. Nah, not.
Oh.
It's like,
I think she dropped the accent.
yeah,
Yes.
which makes my terrible Russian accent, even if it was even attempted an accent, I didn't hear myself, even better.
Oh man. Michio Fosler, Aria Katora, and Sophia Bunny Smith.
Wait, which one? Oh, I was like, what do you mean by? Are we doing
Like,
Genshin names?
Oh,
Then I
Aurora.
realized it was a pun on my name.
Aria Katora.
Headphones for Aria.
Hi Aspar, welcome in. Thank you for the resub.
Names of I already forget how you pronounce her name.
Names
Anyone else
Aruga. Arugula.
Arugula. Let's go.
Names. Oh,
Oh no!
She doesn't have them honkers. You can't do that noise.
No.
oh, we gotta get to the
No.
clown.
Oh no! Obligatory witch clown.
No, the Russian is gone. The character doesn't
No.
have a Russian
Yeah,
accent
no.
based on this.
Mm-hmm.
No, she doesn't anymore.
Arya's been saved.
Yeah, I've been saying, let's go. Names Olga really. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. Call me a do not want. I can't say her name
Finger.
today.
Oh no.
You needed the Russian accent.
Oh
No,
no.
jeez. No. Aruga. Quick fingers are really.
See, Arya's just going for the like Japanese pronunciation of the name. It's
yeah.
not Olga, it's Oruga.
Yeah,
Oruga.
that's my goal.
Yes.
That's my goal, huh? Totally. Did that
Yep.
on purpose.
Yeah, she's 10 steps ahead of us. She's like,
Yeah.
this is
And I'm
Japanese
not
content.
just totally tripping over her name or anything.
No, not at all.
I think she has a different name completely in Japanese.
Probably.
Yeah.
Most of them do.
Oh really? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Every time I think of whenever you guys say oh yeah, my immediate brain goes to Persona 5. Despite knowing the reference you're making.
It's okay.
I think when that character came up in Persona 5, it happened too.
Yeah.
Because I think that person came up like the one time Michi was around.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think you both started doing it at me, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it was a stream. It was
No,
a stream
no.
that I was in too, wasn't it? It wasn't just like
Yeah,
I was
I
in
think
chat.
so.
I was like, I was there.
I think so.
Oh,
And I think it was
man.
kind of stuck after that.
Yeah.
Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian. And my last name sounds like oh really. I think we already knew that, but okay. There, that's the truth. Hope you're satisfied.
In case you didn't get the pun.
Yeah, in case you
We're going-
didn't get the
Well,
pun.
so remember that is like the definition of pure comedy is explaining your joke.
That's right,
We're
yeah.
done. I
Yeah.
have to trip over a single word ever. Exactly, chat.
Oh my gosh, so
Oh no! God!
Sorry.
the cat's got her tongue.
But she is the cat this time.
She's holding her own tongue. Witness, you will tell the court what you really were up to tonight. What you were. Oh, we're just gonna go past that. My first line, I swear.
Michi also needs help with her tongue.
Oh no! I guess I got both of our tongues.
Stop, Dot, please. Like, let go of my tongue, Arya. Don't hold my tongue, please.
There are implications here.
Oh, gee. Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see?
Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences.
Fine.
We'll overlook all the previous ones.
Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy, Smith, hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game. Dang, no Russian accent for me, I guess. I mean, you can still practice your accent if you want.
Exactly.
As a witness. Oh, as a waitress.
As a witness. As a waitress witness.
Yeah. As a waitress.
Guess what? I was a waitress in the court of law. So, you were in cahoots with the victim?
Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game.
Have a good lurk. As far. Oh, work time? Work time. Sambaru. Have a good day at work.
Have a good lurk.
She wasn't in cahoots. She was in the Borscht Bowl restaurant. Yeah.
My brain was just like, oh yeah, cahoots. That's a word, not like a Pokemon name.
Oh my gosh.
My brain's working tonight, I swear.
Yeah.
It was about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Wright. Plan was simple, elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands revealed, Smith would call them out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut.
Smith, what you
Made up a trap card. You swap the cards. I don't know who said this. Probably Apollo or someone.
No, probably someone at the scene.
Oh, you fuck, you're right.
I'm gonna say Smith. You swap the cards. That's sure. That's
That's
it.
definitely what he sounds like.
Yeah.
Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it, it would have made a great double play. Not play. Jesus.
Double pay. You can pay me double.
Yeah. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces.
Indeed. Being caught red-handed and cheating would cash down on all his prior wins.
A 7-year legend destroyed by one metal card.
You don't need to point that out, so.
Yeah, the thing was, is I was just like, my focus was more at like the bottom of the screen because I was like, reading text. And I'm like, oh no, what is this? What is this? And I was like, oh wait, no, he's searching his pocket. Okay.
we understand Phoenix Wright has fallen from grace, okay? You don't have to point it out for us, so.
Just like my online novels.
You don't have you don't have to point it out. Miles will get really bad, okay? Please don't point it out.
Oh jeez.
Hell's at Rift has once again
Kahoot
chosen
is
death.
also-
Yeah.
Oh jeez. I actually have no idea if Kahoot is a Pokemon name. It just sounds like one.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, look at me. I do not Pokemon. I am the one with the least knowledge of Pokemon here.
That was the plan.
No, Kahoot is the owl from Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
was thinking of.
That's probably what I was thinking of because I think I mentioned it sounded like a Pokemon before.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Oh.
more sense.
Oh, really? Oh, really? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake. Mistake? I agree, the trap was elegant. Yet, what happened to that planted card?
Hey, that's right.
He's lucky, I'll give him that. You have to be to slip free from a trap played by Orega Guana. What the fucking L and G.
You got this. You got this.
Olga?
Olga.
Yeah.
Olga, there we go. Jesus. Olga, quick
Okay.
fingers are really. Oh,
Really?
stop!
マジで本当になるほど
Oh,
Oh, that's the other
suck
game.
it out.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. Wrong one. You know, I'm curious now what her her Japanese name is. Hold on.
I would not Google it.
You're not
Okay.
It
gonna
will tell
Google it.
you.
I will Google it
Okay.
because it will give you spoilers.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, indeed. Tell me what her Japanese name is. I have to know now. The curiosity has taken me.
Her Japanese name is Masaka, which means impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only real thing is that really stands out. Her last name is Sakai.
Sakai.
Her nickname in Japanese is Masaka-sama,
Masaka-sama.
which is palindrome.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, her name just really just is like
Ah,
impossible. That can't be. No way. Incidentally, no way. Uh, it says a corruption of no way. It's a part of Oh Really, an internet meme that provides her English name.
hmm.
I never seen corruption used that way before. Okay.
I don't know. Aria struggles with words that contain an L.
Yeah. Don't know why.
It's
This is
okay.
my track record.
It's like me with, I think, S and SH sounds like sh within words. If there's too many in a row, I'm like, oh no.
I think R's also fuck me up, but it's multiple R's.
She struggles with the L. Doesn't mean that she can't say the L. She just moves the L.
I not gonna lie, I should probably get speech and language therapy again. It's been like fucking years since I had it. Last time I had it was like I was in grade school still. Probably wouldn't hurt to get some more. Because I'm like struggling with certain sounds.
Ambarine.
Witness would be much cuter if she dispensed the evil mastermind shtick.
See, Aria?
Why do I feel like I'm the one getting called out?
It's obviously your character.
Cute. Who wants to be cute? Are words Aria would never say. I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad.
Okay, Michael Jackson.
Well, when you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung.
I'm tired of being nice. I want to go ape shit.
You just ever want to fucking lose it. You ever just want. The best laid traps.
Apparently her trap was shit if it came to court, to be fair. I mean, she tried to pull one over Phoenix, so...
Yeah, he's got plot armor.
Yes. That night I planted a card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to. And Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it.
Hi, Lux. Welcome in.
Wow.
It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no good cheating defendant. Who never cheated in the first place. So it was me who cheated.
Wow, if you're projecting with that particular word, maybe you're projecting with
Yeah.
other things, Olga. Just saying.
Surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark.
The trap was perfect, I tell you. Perfect. That rotten cheater hadn't messed it up.
Look who's talking.
Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice.
With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? With defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? It was going well until it wasn't.
Hold it!
Displayed the card. Which card was it exactly?
Oh, jeez, sorry. I thought you were still looking at the testimony. The trump
Good.
card, the 5 of hearts.
Let me guess. Mr. Wright was to have switched the 5 with the ace to make a full house? At least, that's what you were going to accuse him of doing, thereby ruining his legend.
I slid it into Wright's pocket.
When was this?
Why, before the match, of course. While he was eating. At the Borscht Bowl Club, we serve borscht and suckers.
Like leeches or like lollipops?
I think they mean their customers are suckers.
Yeah, I figured that much.
Remind me to never go there.
Of course, the card was to make its grand debut during the game. Like a good borscht, a good plot must be cooked up early and allowed to thicken. No, I don't think I ever had borscht.
I've never had borscht either. I'm not the most adventurous when it comes to food either, though. So everything went according to plan.
Kind of yes, and when it comes to being adventurous with food, it depends. Exactly. The fifth face came up, so its obvious switch went off without a hitch. Once the extra card was found in his pocket, Brett would be forever known as a cheat and a fraud.
There are worse things to be known as, I suppose.
Like a murderer. Tell us what happened with the search. The card disappeared.
Yeah, my trump card, the Five of Hearts. Gone, without a trace. Proof, Zippo! Search every nook and cranny.
We have to keep coming back to this picture.
Keeping inside his cute little hat.
It's his cute little hat.
This is what a throwaway line that doesn't even get commented on it. You think my hat is
Oh my
cute?
gosh. This absolute fool trying to pull a trick with an ace on the ace attorney. What a fool. Oh my god. But the card was nowhere to be found. Is this correct?
Never in my long storied career. Never has quick fingers or really been so readily duped.
Really?
God, stop!
So, what did happen to that Five of Hearts?
Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant?
So the Five of Hearts is still missing in action.
Judge, have you checked your beard? Oh my god!
Is this your card?
Every time the judge says, oh, really, I feel like I'm losing like 5 years of my life.
Then why are you playing an Ace Attorney game?
I know, right? Well, I mean, specifically this stupid pun with her name.
Again, it's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that a little odd?
What's odd?
You searched Mr. Wright, thoroughly, and found nothing? That made me laugh. Which means he didn't cheat. Which means he had no reason to strike the victim.
Well...
What was that just now? I sensed something.
I'm having an episode.
I'm having a heart attack.
Oh, jeez.
There's something wrong, Mr. Justice?
Don't worry, just just a cardiac failure.
It's not. That's that. That's that. Yeah.
No, nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press her a little harder? I guess.
No need.
No need.
Nah, it's fine. Miss Aureli, you're hiding something.
What are you talking about? You.
He's having a stroke.
You.
Aria's also having a stroke.
Me? Quick fingers and really? Hide?
Yeah, that's like your whole thing. The defense will refrain from baseless accusations.
He stood up.
I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true?
So basically, I started barking. Of course that's true. Oh no, of course it's true, not that. Jesus, Lily. Getting to me with the that's. I didn't see it, honest. I saw it when Raid hit him. With my own eyes, I saw it.
What's this weird vibe I'm getting?
A witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice?
Touching her neck, was it? Not really touching her neck so much as her head, but alright then.
Face.
Whoa! What's going on? Sensation. It's coming into focus. There! That twitch! It's so clear! It's like I could perceive her habit. Like I couldn't before. Perceive! Gotcha! Miss O'Reilly, perhaps you're unaware of this yourself.
Aware of what?
Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand.
My neck. So what?
What indeed, Justice?
Shh, let me have my moment. I'm becoming a main character right now.
I hadn't noticed anything of the sort.
When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it.
Memory? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about? I don't remember a damn thing. It is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us.
My
What is
favorite.
this? Tears of the Kingdom?
My favorite. I'm so memories. Her habit's scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. So what would remind her most of the moment of the crime? Miss O'Reilly, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed it happens when you think about the moment of the crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an inerasable impression on your neck is this.
That's a word I haven't seen.
Inerasable?
Yeah.
What's with all the lawyers with powers in Ace Attorney? They already have the power to pull all type of male cow back end creation in courtroom, and they have supernatural powers on top of that. Yeah, I think it's just to make the gameplay more interesting, basically. That's all. I think that's literally what the thing is.
And technically, Phoenix didn't have power. He stole Maya's Magatama.
Yeah. No, did she give it to him?
Well, yeah, she did give it to him, but
Okay.
it wasn't necessarily his
Yeah.
per se. And
No.
Ryunosuke didn't have a power, did he? We just had our summation
No.
examinations.
No, he
And
didn't
the-
have a power.
Dance with Sholmes is the closest.
Oh
to it.
yeah.
I still think it's funny that the funniest quote-unquote power any character has in the series is Miles Edgeworth uses logic. That's his thing.
I'm made after my own heart.
It's just so funny.
Oh, right, yeah, Ryunosuke's power was talking really fast. I forgot about that.
Like, no, I don't think anyone in Great Ace Attorney Chronicles actually had like supernatural powers in that sense. I
There
think
was like
it's
there was some leaps of logic, but
oh yeah.
like
I
some of the
really-
shit that Sholmes would bring to the table would be like, oh, okay, all right.
I really only think it's Apollo and Phoenix that have quote unquote supernatural powers.
Mhm.
Athena, I'm not gonna go too much into it, but it is all technology based. At least from what I remember, it's technology based, at least.
A weapon that left an inerasable impression on your neck is this.
Can you play mind chess?
Only weapon we really have is the bottle. Did your neck get bonked? When you said you wanted to be bad, you were a bad girl, so you got bonked.
I mean, some people are into that, so
You know, I'm not. Never mind. Never mind. Can I save here? I forgot what the saves are. How do I access the menu again?
the menu button.
Yeah.
Might not be able to.
I'm sorry. What? So
Might not be able to.
maybe not.
Yeah, I normally cannot open the menu with this menu up. That would make sense.
Don't want you saving.
I have full health.
Yeah,
What?
you'll be fine.
You're at full health.
I don't like it. It makes me nervous. Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. And what reminds us more of that moment than this bottle? The murder weapon. But something doesn't fit. If you were only the witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain?
What's he talking about now?
It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit. Not you.
This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture.
Excuse me. Excuse me, prosecution. This is my time to speak.
The witness's habits are completely irrelevant. Justice. I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination.
I have not seen any of Phoenix's.
I'll explain later. Just trust me. Now's our only chance to break her. Mr. Really, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment.
I know nothing.
We know you're not Russian.
Yeah, Aria. The witness will testify, please. Now.
No. Fine.
That's a
You went
lie.
upstairs.
Yeah. That's my... Yeah, police from the restaurant's first floor.
Objection!
That's wrong. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong game. I can't see. I can't see you got that wrong. Mr. Really, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. And we know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bowl Club.
Heck.
So, explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely.
He has cells in the walls.
Understandable.
Oh. Eek.
Those are good finishes.
The man who picked up the bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant. Listen, idiot.
In case you didn't see the cutscene last time, I have it again.
Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right, and he hit me. When I came to,
The victim was already dead. Is that it?
Hi, twin. Welcome in.
hi. That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'll be a suspect for sure.
So you lied in a court of law.
Well, where does this leave us? Madness. This is madness. I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with a bottle and imagining all of this. It appears our prosecution is at its wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events?
Mr. Gavin? Sir?
I believe that, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss Aurelia a big fat liar.
What?
3 were in that room the night of the murder. The defendant, victim, and her. And she has a motive.
A motive?
The plot foiled, the witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith. And the denouement of that argument was murder.
What? I didn't. I am no killer.
You hearing this shit, Mr. Gavin?
It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. Who would frame? There's no one else.
It was pain.
Oh no.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah. How many witness stands do y'all have?
One, they just take turns. They push each other out of the way.
Shuffling out.
Yeah, they push each other out of the way, being like, "It's my turn on the witness stand."
Well, I'm
I
saying
like
it's
what,
my turn.
Hmm?
I like what they did in Chronicles, where it's like obviously like a large witness stand.
Even
Yeah.
still, they shuffle around sometimes.
Oh yeah.
How did you get behind the judge? Don't worry about it. What tingle the webs we weave when we practice to deceive.
I don't know if I like this. This, like, I don't know, angsty philosophical Phoenix, right?
Yeah. So tangled, we catch ourselves in the process.
He's using big words that don't fit him.
Mr. Right? Such a hasty conclusion. Maybe he did get it on the head of the bottle.
Maybe he did. Well, no, I think he was like this already.
It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. What are you saying? Why not consider the other possibility? There was another person in the room at the time of the murder.
Right, like Mr. Wright was saying before recess.
A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know two colors of cards were being used.
Oh my god, are they colorblind?
He has a red visor.
Oh no.
Fourth person. Ah! This theory again. Your fourth person doesn't exist. Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. Perfect place to catch the real criminal. The real criminal. And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less. What? Paulo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about?
I'm still new to this main character thing, Mr. Wright. I don't know what you're talking about.
Clue, sir.
No, sir, I do not! Sorry.
Remember what I said.
That was like a week ago, Mr. Wright.
Fourth person who swapped the cards made one critical error.
He or she wasn't considering the color on the back of the cards.
Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? It was a dog.
Oh my god. Missile, no!
Last game red. Yet, there is one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue.
Yeah, I had that impression too. But why?
It's the deck setting next to all the cards. Well, Paula, think you can figure out who it was? It's not me, I swear. Who is this fourth person?
Why do I always get put on the spot like this?
Because it's funny.
Mr. Phoenix is like, I could actually make someone else for the same thing I felt. I mean, I'm helping grow him by giving him situations to navigate. As
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the witness stand. I have to be eccentric and weird.
it's my job as a witness.
Exactly. It's on the job description.
You know what?
Yeah.
Whenever we first met Phoenix, when he was a college student, he was on the witness stand. It was a much more eccentric character than he was behind the defendant's desk.
Alright, everyone, dig up your week-old memories of the beginning of the trial.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. I did my best.
I'm trying to dig up year-old memories of the trial.
Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it? Who thought the cards used in the final game were blue? Was it Gavin?
I'm trying to think what level of logic we're going down this. What are we... Was there like a quip someone said that was like, oh. That's weird. They should know the difference between red and blue. I can't remember though.
Whoa. I think I do remember.
Because the deck in the picture was blue? The deck in the picture was blue.
The photograph that showed both of their hands, next to it there was
Yeah.
a deck.
There was a deck. The
and
deck was
had
blue.
backs on it.
That's true.
So someone who just showed up.
Oh,
not
just
have
trying to
known.
plant. Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
But they were actually using me.
Hmm. Well, we're going to take this moment to think on it just a little bit longer because we're hitting the top of the hour. So it's time for us to take our hourly ad break to get the pre-roll ads off for you guys. So if you'll hang tight here real quick, we'll be back in just a few minutes. So, see you soon. Okay. Oh, my tracking died.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
Oh no.
As it does.
As it does. Hold on. We're going to try to fix this. Hold on. That's why I love using PC Face. No, it's probably not even VC Face. It's probably my stupid webcam. Okay. I think that was about right. Something like that. We'll leave there. Okay. Thank you for the celebrates, everyone. The
So,
only one that makes sense to me. Oh.
Can I do something?
Oh. You're the witness! You're the witness! I don't want to see your attorney's badge!
Look at it!
I don't
And
want
it was kind of the case like that in the previous trilogy. Just the attorney's badge was made out of cardboard.
to!
Yeah.
I don't want to look at that one either.
I'm a lobster.
Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna go with Kristoff because I can't think of anyone else that makes sense out of this list.
Take that!
As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair.
Oh, that's a compliment coming from you, Phoenix.
I'd kill the man with this hair.
Oh my god. Is that why you look like you've been washed up? I was right?
No, I'm right. You're justice.
Right.
Christoph Gavin, you were the fourth person that night.
But of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards.
How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white.
Which for some reason we're taking black and white photographs in the year 2000 something.
You can't tell which of the cards are blue. The ones on the floor, the fib.
But
Can
look.
tell exactly what to do with that person.
Oh, it's... Oh, right, it's...
Yep.
Huh. Get out of here. Not allowed in our courtroom.
Did we have another bot?
We did.
Okay, it didn't even show
Shows
up.
It shows up as restricted, which means only the mods in the streamer can see it.
You can see the colors in the photo.
Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light. It is true the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. It is only that, a game in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. A competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know the final outcome. So there was a little thing you were supposed to notice, I guess.
Well, that was a week
Yeah.
ago. I've forgotten.
Hello, Christoph?
Mr. Gavin?
Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? No, nothing. Excuse me, it was just so sudden. Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you?
Well, You know what happens to the assistants in the first trial of a game?
Yes,
Ace
to
Attorney.
die.
It's time to die, Kristoff.
I have to put you in jail so they can't murder you.
Oh no.
Oh, Kristoff? You know even I'd never take a joke this far. This has gone beyond ridiculous. Beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder?
That's the help. My attorney is justice right there.
I assure you, I'm quite sane. But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim? I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either. Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met. Well, what if they have? Huh? On me? There is a possibility, after all.
And there it is. The winged pants and the bluffing. What if?
Could you imagine? Wouldn't that be ridiculous? They may have met that night, before the game started. What are you suggesting?
I don't know. Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to the court.
The defense would like to request no such thing.
Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin?
Testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before that game of poker be related? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin. As I explained before, defense believes that Miss O'Reilly... I do assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this. He is the defense, not you.
Boom! You're the helper, Kristoff!
Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you.
Oh. Okay.
Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony?
Nah, no reason at all. Why would we need to hear that? This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was playing this all along. I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court.
A2, Justice. You would betray me, your teacher?
You thought it was a good idea to take on our apprentice with the last name Justice, sir? I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth.
Just don't club a man in the head with a bottle next time. It's really not that hard.
No, it's not.
I've gone over 3 decades without clubbing a man in the head with a bottle.
I feel like most people go a lifetime without clubbing a man with a bottle.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
possible.
a year older than Gavin. I made it this long. He could have too.
He could have too.
Very well, the defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please. He just picks it up and runs out.
Yeah. Appetite before murder.
That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table and this photograph.
Hi, Necro.
Shadi Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call. To Defense Attorney Gavin. Mr. Gavin, what the fuck? You were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder. I dined with him rather frequently. And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder? Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder. Again, as I do. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him.
Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna live it down. You're never gonna let me live that down, are you, Asphart? I swear.
What?
I said, I forgot what stream it was. There was a stream that Necro stopped in. And so I went to go say, hey, Necro, or something like, welcome in, Necro. And my mouth didn't want to cooperate on letters, as it does sometimes. And so I said, hey, welcome in, Neko.
It's Aria. Aria is Neko now.
Aria is Neko now.
You were planning this all along, weren't you, right? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then, and now. I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense. It appears that I was wrong. Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Justice.
Sir.
He's lying, and you're going to expose him.
Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. Why can't I have a normal trial?
You're an Ace Attorney gang. There's no such thing as a normal trial.
You've been chosen as the protagonist, Apollo. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Neko, nee!
Neko, ne. Oh gosh, Gavin versus Wright versus Clayton.
versus Clayton.
We know he's gonna lose.
That sounds like hell. Holy shit.
It would just be Phoenix and Leighton ganging up on Gavin.
Gavin deserves it.
Hold it!
You had dinner with Mr. Gavin?
Get a date. Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Bowl Club quite frequently.
You know Mr. Edgeworth is not gonna be happy when you say that.
They're on their divorce arc, so
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I see.
yeah.
This is the Phoenix making bad decisions arc, and Miles
Yes.
Miles wants no part of that. He's done. He tried. He's like, I must leave.
We were enjoying the usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual.
Usual.
I had a seat at the table closest to the piano. I see. Mr. Smith was sitting. So, the plates and such on the table were from your dinner? Indeed. Remnants of my meal with Kristoff. We dined for 2 hours, then Kristoff left. After that,
Hold it!
5 minutes. So the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time?
it would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure. Oh, Mr. Wright, what was it you said? Kristoff, Gavin, and Shotty Smith may have met? I believe I did say that. Here I was all nervous about this meeting. And now we hear they just passed in the hall. You guys seem a little weak as a pretense for murder. He was walking in the middle of the hall, and he was doing it really slowly, though.
with his arms spread wide. Nobody could pass. You had to duck. You had to duck under.
He had a wide stance too, and he was kind of like hopping back and forth as he moved forward.
Yeah.
There's just no way around him.
There was no way around him. He was asserting dominance.
Oh, it would be. If that were all that really happened.
Come on, Mr. White. What are you hiding this time?
Hold it!
About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Mr. This is the same trap that Miss Olga Orley mentioned.
The plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts.
Your Honor, he was annoyingly shoulder checking everyone.
I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand. And then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call... Sorry. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut. Wasn't expecting to talk. She left.
You solved the cards.
Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces.
Why though? Yes, a harmless prank in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it. A quirk? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card.
It's really cold in there, you know. The card she planted.
Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card. Before the game. By eating it.
Damn.
Yum.
Disposed? Where? There is an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. An empty bottle of grape juice?
The murder weapon?
Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see. A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like terrific drama. We should make a show.
You should make a light
Or a
novel.
game.
Or a visual novel, I mean.
Series. Maybe live action.
There is a live action movie, actually.
There
I
is.
know. That's
Oh, I wasn't sure if you actually knew that. I don't know how much Ace Attorney you know.
probably not as much as you, but
A card inside the murder weapon. That's strange. Did the police miss in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look.
oh, Apollo, you're gonna learn a lot about the police department, I'm sure.
I don't know if I should have more faith in it or less faith in it now that Emma's heading it up.
You know how we were talking about musicals before stream?
Yeah?
Ace Attorney has some.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, no, there's 3 of them. There's 3 musicals. I was just looking at the wiki and I saw that.
Everything has a musical nowadays.
Um,
Everything has a
I
stage
forgot
show
what
nowadays.
I forget what exactly the term is called again, but it's the all-female cast troupe
Oh.
that does them.
Oh, yeah, I
Which is
think I've seen that.
awesome. Yeah, now that I think about it, I think I've definitely seen them on like gifs of it go by on
I
Twitter.
think I have
Not
too.
Twitter, Tumblr.
Turnabout Broadway. It wasn't actually the Phantom that killed everybody.
Yes.
That's what they want you to think. It was actually Christine!
That's right. The poker head of courtroom number 3, Mambo number 5, approves of this battle of wits.
She says she's a 10, but she says chips.
I'm sorry. I'm not changing how I say it.
I know.
So I think
Sorry, I don't know if you knew this, but sometimes I like to tease you a little.
I know. I think I jump between pronunciations, but I do say like GIFs more often than GIFs. I don't have a musical stage show.
Please revise your testimony with this new information. You activated my trap card.
Oh.
Forensics department is so good. The field officers, not so much.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Also, Gumshoe, I know he's not in this game, but he's trying his best.
I appreciate Gumshoe. I do.
We love Gumshoe in this house.
He does
Yes.
he does do his bestest.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there.
What the fuck?
There's nothing in there. There's nothing in this bottle.
Objection!
What do you have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright, if I may.
Yes?
I've examined the bottle and I don't see any card in here.
Hmm? No. What, Mr. Wright? Surely isn't all you have to say for yourself.
No, I don't pronounce it ... sir. I call it ellipses.
Surely ellipses isn't all you have to say for yourself. I can't say that I know what happened to the card. I did put it in that bottle, however.
Huh.
Perhaps a 5th person came and took it out. Oh, and 6th person could have helped. Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. My apologies, Your Honor. He seems to have forgotten that. I won't have you disparaging our investigation either.
No, we'll do that. 100%.
He looked inside that bottle. There was nothing.
So what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear?
It's water soluble, and there's a little bit of juice left.
Dang.
In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive evidence contradictions call for decisive evidence.
Oh.
Push him harder, Justice. Break him.
This is not the ship, Mr. Gavin. We don't need to be talking this way.
It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO.
Why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? I don't
If you
want
kill him, he doesn't go to jail.
I go to jail.
Well, that's a you problem.
Mr. Gavin, please. Also, I hope Gumshoe's not basically dead. I want him to live a happy life with Maggie, please.
I really don't remember him showing up in the next 2 games, but I know for sure he shows up in investigations.
Man, Maggie need
Because
to have a happy life. Don't be dead, Gumshoe.
Don't remember who plays the detective role in. No, wait, I'm stupid. I know exactly who plays the detective role in Spirit of Justice. It's Emma again. That poor girl's overworked.
Gumshoe took a year-long
Gumshoe
coverage.
took He's hanging out with Ghost Hetsu.
A year-long pilgrimage is something that Edgeworth did.
Yeah.
Oh, did Edgeworth do that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why we had the whip lady.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. That's
Yep.
right. I remember him being like, I am dead now and fucked off. I forgot exactly what he was doing.
He was finding himself.
My
He was exploring himself.
Oh
Oh,
my
jeez.
god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's been saddled with these unnecessary feelings
Oh
after
no!
all.
Oh, this is getting worse.
Oh. Oh,
This
my
is-
sweet summer child.
Oh, she's obviously never been put to Ari's attorney streams. This is oh.
Mm,
I mean,
Wrap
the
in.
last two games, spoilers. Not
What?
canon death. Yeah, it's not a canon death, but he doesn't show up. It's never talked about.
Poor Gumshoe.
Oh yeah, Gumshoe's just gone. Poor dude.
He's
I
too old
think
for this
Emma.
gig.
I think Emma basically replaces him. Not because she showed up in Spirit of Justice, but this is a completely new character for Dual Destinies.
Mm. Did we press those? Yeah. What did Mr. Gavin want me to do? He wanted me to break him. But what do you want?
Break him.
I know. I don't know what he wants me to break.
Bend him over the table and break him.
Mr. Gavin, I can't do that. Mr. Gavin, I know you're my mentor, but this is my idol. You don't understand. I can't just do that to him. Much less I don't think I physically could either.
Stab him with your hair. Kill him.
Mr. Gavin! Mm.
Look at the picture of the hands. Oh, right there. Okay. I was gonna see if I could find a 5 of hearts somewhere on there, but no dice.
One could speculate, but we don't know if the one on the floor, the bottom left, is a 5 of hearts.
Right.
I want to say that's 3. It's either 3 or 2, I think.
Man, we gotta open up Shuddy's stomach to find some decisive evidence, so.
The thing is I remember where the card. I'm very certain I remember where the card is. I just can't remember how you get to that point.
See, usually we have the Type C dilemma. Ari's got like the Type F dilemma.
My problem with these games is like I can usually figure stuff out and figure out like the case really fast. I just need to like figure out how to even get there. Like,
Yeah.
So you have Mike and you
dissection.
got it.
yeah.
I did that for a lot of Chronicles.
Hmm?
I'm like, ah, yes, the pieces have all come together. Now I just need the middle of the puzzle.
Yes.
Do you want me to tell you what you? I don't know how stuck you are.
I'm not sure what Gavin wants us to do. Like, specifically. Like, what's the hint there?
Break him.
No,
So, I know, you don't need to
okay.
remind me again.
I'm just gonna say this. Don't listen to Gavin.
I figured
He's
it's...
trying to throw you
What?
off.
I figured as much, but I'm not sure what hint to take from that to continue forward.
I don't think it's supposed to be.
I think you're hung up on the wrong thing.
Well, I'm trying to-
Yeah, it's
Like,
Phoenix
what
that's
this-
giving you hints, not.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I'm taking it as a not like break him, but like what does Gavin want us to talk about, right?
He basically wants you to get any suspicion off of him. That's what he wants you to do.
Yeah.
But like in those events, that person is typically pushing you away from a specific topic.
Mm-hmm.
Michi's trying to find that topic.
Yes. Is it in the judge's beard? I don't know. That's not an option we can ask yet. If it comes up, I'll be sure to ask though. Okay, we had dinner, sat at the table in this photograph. Shoddy walked
Look
in
at the
front of-
photograph with the table and count how many bottles of grape juice there are.
No.
I will say Phoenix's in this testimony, I believe, says something that goes against the evidence.
There's so many bottles of grape juice.
There is.
So many.
He got a drinking problem.
At least. I don't know how to describe it.
It'd be really fucking hard to get that card out of there. That's what I'm stuck on. No, this is before. Well, yeah. Huh. To be fair, Chai, I think Aria has like the exact idea of what
Yeah,
needs to happen.
yeah.
So.
Well, I also looked it up because I was just like, I feel like I know what it is, but I just wanted to double check. So I have the answer if they need it. Or pointing in the right direction if they want it.
That
I'm gonna cut to his forehead.
was there
Yeah.
blood. Was there blood streaming?
Do you,
I guess it could be.
No.
If it's
To be
like streaming
fair-
afterwards.
also, I feel like they forgotten something, mostly because it's been a week. A very important that got brought up that they probably forgot. I don't know if you want me to tell you guys.
Is it the fact that blunt trauma wouldn't cause bleeding?
No. When the police arrived, his hat was on his head.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird.
Yeah.
So, what did Phoenix say about his head?
That's true. Look at this hat.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, if I may,
Yes?
take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the-
This photograph.
Shh, Nickelback, be quiet. I'm cross-examining right now. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see blood on his forehead.
Good point.
The soap will back. Oh my gosh.
Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put more oomph into it. Mr. Act, can you explain this to the court? I forgot to mention something.
For gore.
I was the one who put the hat on his head.
Huh?
What? You? You put the hat on the dead man's head? He wore it through our entire poker game.
I thought he'd like it in the afterlife.
After calling the police when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view of the goon hole,
Damn.
shining bright just like in this photograph. And I picked his hat up from the floor and put it on his head. Why'd you do a thing like that? All I can say is, I'm sorry. That's the only thing I touched at the crime scene.
So, Mr. really didn't see it? It being the victim's his head?
I'd think not. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head. Ah, here we go again.
Mr. Gavin?
Ahem, pardon. It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case.
Hey, he's still our client, isn't he?
No. I believe that's enough of that.
Fine, he's not our client. He's my client. Fuck off. Get out of here. I don't need you anymore.
Bailiff,
Mr. Gavin?
this witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies. I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago. Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Christoph. I never knew. I believe it was you who threw the first stone.
Would you two quit fighting? Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never.
Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here.
You've been withholding information though, Mr. Wright. Help me out.
Withholding is not lying, though.
Please don't stop withholding information, Mr. Wright. Eh?
When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well.
Stop having your divorce proceedings in the middle of our murder case.
Reason? That reason is right here.
My defense attorney told me to. Your cell phone.
That night, recall that I spoke with defense attorney Gavin after calling the police.
Quit fighting, you two! Don't make me turn this trial around!
Just in case, I recorded our conversation. What's this? Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court.
Suddenly it turned into Gyakuten Honda.
Christoph, I seem to be in a bit of trouble. What's this? Game not going well? Something like that. That gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good? He turned out to be dead. Someone hit him. Hard. You mean someone cracked that flawless bone china plate? Pate? Pate. It wasn't you, was it? Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should have come to that.
Bone china plate. I'm pretty sure you said pate though.
Yeah. A kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny, and not plate, but pate. I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead. The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead.
Or indicting it.
Do not indict my forehead.
Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. So, after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club?
Most certainly.
Then how did he know? When did he see this bone china plate?
Oh, that's right. Yes. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light.
Ooh, diddly darn, fucked up. Right at the very beginning.
Marino. Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court? Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head?
He tipped his hat to me.
So, this is your reason? Reason why you put the victim's hat back on. Your point, Mr. Gavin? Come down to this, has it? Phoenix right. Order! I will have order! Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. I believe this court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear Defense Attorney Gavin's testimony? Well, as the prosecutor, I... Shut up. Very well. We'll break for 10 minutes. After which Mr. Gavin will take the stand for a cross-examination. Are we all clear on that? Crystal clear, Your Honor. Very well. This will be the final recess for the day. Get your ball dodging in.
April 20th, 2:32 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3. Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. They must be getting pelted with dodgeballs as we speak. Who had thought that today would turn out like this? Who would this be? You want-
May I?
Oh, it's Trucy! Oh, finally, I get to speak.
Huh?
What the...
What?
Hello, sir. Please, pick a card.
What's all this about? Is this one okay?
Excellent. I have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it.
A trump card.
The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely, and the game is yours. That's all.
An ace. Where do I remember that card from?
Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces, and Mr. Wright's has 2. It is 5 aces in all. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. That was cheating. I swear to you.
I'm missing fifth ace. Wait, this splotch of red. Is this blood?
You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth. My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it.
This bloodstained card is my trump card for finding the truth? I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what all this meant. That girl. I'd seen her recently, but where? I know, she did. She just faded from existence. Magic. That's when I made the connection.
And apparently Lily can't do a Russian accent while laying down.
You gotta have the diaphragm. Please add to the court record. April 20th, 2:45 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Court will now reconvene. Defense Attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand? Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. Will Mr. The witness, this is taking his name and occupation.
Is this farce necessary, Your Honor? Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom. Yeah, one
Had-
fucking parrot.
I was about to say we've had birds testify.
I think one of the
Start it up,
DLCs
idiot.
in Dual Destinies was a fucking orca whale. I'm very certain it was an orca whale, at least.
Fine, I'll play along. First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat?
By secret, I'm guessing it means the fact that Mr. Smith is bald.
Forgive my curiosity, but what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have an inordinate interest in it.
Objection!
Oh,
Fadesies. I wouldn't call it inordinate, Mr. Gavin.
I see now. I've come into my own. It's the desk. It really is the witness stand. Drives people nuts.
Is the witness stand like cursed or something?
You know, with all the things that have
Is it
come through this
that?
witness stand, perhaps it is.
Christoph and who?
I think Alan meant to say Gavin.
I mean,
Chris-
Christoph Gavin is his full name, so...
It is his real name.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah. I mean... It's not really that much of a spoiler to be like, yeah, they're brothers. They have the same last name, so...
These two people with striking resemblances in the
Yeah.
same last name
Oh
are
my
related?
God. What?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure about that. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think it's just a coincidence. You know, it's like there's lots of people with like last name Smith, for example. We've got Shadi Smith here, but it doesn't mean all Smiths are from the same family. Like they just happen to be, you know, looking alike and have the same last name. And obviously Gavin's a common last name.
They both have the same twisty hairstyle.
You know, maybe it's just a popular style right now. Lots of people could be wearing that style.
Maybe.
You don't know.
He is a celebrity after all, so it makes sense
Yeah.
people would copy his hair.
Exactly.
gonna go make a snack. I don't think I'm gonna have to talk for a little bit.
Brucey's just gonna show up out of the blue.
Right?
Hi guys.
Just to say one line.
Use the card.
I'm sorry, did you read this line so?
I wouldn't call it inordinate, Mr. Gavin. Papa.
Mr. Right.
What do you think you're doing, right? Wow, things sure look different from the other side. You know what I mean, Apollo?
Yeah, you actually have life in your eyes, Mr. Right. Again. You just look a little scruffier this time. You don't look as dead.
Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second.
Look
This
at it.
second photo of another perspective.
From a different perspective, we're gonna put them together in a stereoscope, and we're going to see the truth revealed.
The victim wore that hat all night, never once taking it off, except for that one time.
That one time. Being the instant he was hit.
Oh,
When Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, the hat was laying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, you would have had to have been there in the hideout at the time of the crime. Who took the picture? I'm pretty sure it was Olga. He had a little camera.
yeah. In other words, I must be the real killer, is what you're trying to say.
Well, your words, not mine, Mr. Gavin.
Not bad, Apollo. Yeah. Mr. Gavin?
Why are you suddenly slightly yucking?
I'm afraid that I haven't been entirely honest with the court. I'm a serial killer.
Hi, Moonlight is a serial killer.
That's why Aria likes that family.
Fuck.
What?
Oh,
You guys just bullying me.
Hi. Oh, hi, Aria.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I assure you, I have the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. Yet, I'm afraid in the current situation, I see little reason to hide anything. Very well, allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night.
Sure, it's the truth.
Finally! You may begin your testimony. Tell us, how were you involved in the events of that fateful night?
That fateful night.
The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window in the hideout. The goon hole, if you will. It must have been right after the murder took place. The victim was dead, as he appears in the photo. A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright holding a bottle in his hand. Since that was not the best place for me to be at the time, so I left. That's when the call came from Wright.
So, you witnessed the murder?
Better or worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed. Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you are on Mr. Wright's defense team? The testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client.
Good.
What else could I say? I'm standing on the witness stand, after all. So you are, Mr. Gavin. And you had to testify as you just did. You had to tell them you saw the scene of the crime through that little window.
Mr. Wright?
You had to say that. Because that was the only probable window of opportunity. Right, Apollo?
Well, it's the only window in there, so yeah, I guess it's the only window of opportunity. Oh.
Mr. Wright, the defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant.
I'll let him do the cross-examination, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice, are you prepared?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm fine.
I can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial is getting weirder and weirder. Okay, before we go into the cross-examination, we have hit the top of the stream hour yet again, so it is time for us to take our hourly ad break to keep the pre-roll ads off for you guys. So if you'll hang tight real quick, we'll be back in a few minutes. See you guys soon. Okay. Let's get
Hello.
the cross-examination. Thank you for the celebrate soap. Thank you for the celebrate Aria.
You're welcome.
I feel thoroughly celebrated. And in the honkin' Aria. You know, I guess in this instance, we have Kristoff here. Kristoff can be like, look at my fucking attorney's badge.
Hold it!
That man. You mean Mr. Smith?
He was different from the other customers. His aura, shall we say.
Was he going goblin mode, sir?
I knew he was a serious poker player, but it was more than that.
So, you knew the true nature of your client's job?
Of course, but I also knew he wasn't engaged in gambling, which would be illegal. Just like murder.
Well, it makes sense that he'd know. They were friends after all.
Worried for my friend, I returned to the club. You see, I feared this Mr. Smith. It might be someone coming to settle an old score. I see. What happened then?
Hold it!
Little window. You mean the one used to keep watch up the stairs? The goon hole?
Yes, a relic of the ancient past. The Black Marketeers used that, I believe.
Why'd you go through the trouble of peeking in through the window? Wouldn't it have been easier just to open the door and go into the room?
I didn't want to upset Wright, you see.
Upset Mr. Wright.
Yes, what if my fears had been unfounded? I'd be walking in on a match. Bad form, to say the least.
So far everything he's saying makes sense. That's not what I wanted. Go back. Go back.
Hold it!
How do you
How
know
do you
was...
know it was right at... Why am I... Okay, I'm just used to reading.
It's okay. How do you know it was right after the murder?
Really, no need to shout, Justice.
I'm sorry, I should have reread that line.
I was just getting to that part in my testimony. Ah, there he is. The coolest defense in the West we know and love.
Mr. Wright, I don't want to hear you say that about my mentor.
Even when you're just standing up there on witness stand, some things never change.
He definitely fucked.
Yeah? I was afraid you'd change too, right? But you haven't. You and that overbearing personality of yours.
With friends like these, who needs enemies?
I have to say, Wright has a very interesting circle of friends.
Yeah, from like the very beginning. Like,
There's Maya, there's Larry,
Yeah.
there's Miles, there's Kristoff.
yeah.
And you knew Larry and Miles when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edgeworth is probably, especially now that he's gotten to the point where he has, is probably the only normal one. Even if he is a bit eccentric.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
He has a thing for the dramatics, but it doesn't
Yes.
mean he's not normal.
yes, he's,
Unlike these guys.
yeah. Mr. Wright, this is why you've fallen in disrepair. You need stability in your life. You need Mr. Edgeworth in your life because he's the only fucking normal one in your life. You go to him right now and you get on your knees and you beg for his forgiveness. You need that man.
have to say, Apollo is also fairly normal
Yeah.
in all of this. The next game, they get the most autistic girl they could have gotten. The most neurodivergent person ever.
They just got Aria.
Aria's an ace attorney. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's Aria, but orange flavored instead.
Orange flavored Aria. I see.
Yeah, orange.
I see. I see.
So then, what does this Aria taste like?
Strawberries?
We don't need cannibalism, please. Please.
Aria.
It's okay.
Okay.
I don't know if my answer went through, to be fair.
I heard
I don't think it
strawberries.
did.
Oh, I said strawberry.
Yeah.
Oh. I still felt
Like-
bad about saying it.
By photo, you mean the second photograph of the crime scene?
Precisely. You see, he wasn't wearing his hat then. I saw his head when he was dead.
At Ryan. And then Mr. Wright came along and replaced his hat.
Can you describe the scene of the crime for us?
Hold it!
There was only 3 at the scene of the crime.
Yes, as far as I saw at least.
We're back where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been? But why didn't you talk to the police?
2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't have added my friend.
Ace Attorney brings out the weirdness in all of us. You're right about that. Proof in the Pudding Chronicles. Proof in the Pudding Chronicles.
Objection!
There must have been someone else.
Them.
Just, Your Honor, please, I'm cross-examining. There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime.
Justice, I said I saw no one. Not a soul.
And you don't have a soul? But that goes against what Mr. Wright said.
Ah yes, this mysterious 4th person. Who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose. Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin. Let me pose a question then.
Oh, he tripped? Did he sever his spinal column?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
damn cat.
I'm sorry. I'll leave.
Oh, I didn't realize the Sophs were hiding there too.
Oh no!
They must have been cold.
I'm sorry, did you say this line so?
Yep.
Okay, I got distracted by Shoddy tripping.
Tell me. That's not a question. What possible reason would the real killer have to swap cards in the victim's hand? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary?
How can I show something? Can't find myself.
Remember, Apollo, the card that was swapped out was the 5th ace.
The 5th ace. Right.
Well, Mr. Justice, the question of why the killer would swap out a card has been raised.
Do you want to present evidence?
Can you point to a reason?
single drop of blood marks the front of the card. Capcom Osaka, Japan. I'm sure that's probably the date, isn't it? I don't know. What's M in Roman numeral?
I
2007?
could not tell you.
I think it is 1000.
2007. Maybe. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think. Is that when Apollo Justice came out? Yeah, no, that would
Probably.
check out. Because it was on the DS, right?
Mm-hmm. It did come out in DS.
It would have been funny if they changed it per re-release.
Right?
I know that's a lot of work, but like it would have been funny. Oh yeah, the game came out in 2000. So I was like, that feels way too long ago, but also feels correct.
Chronicles came out in 2015.
Yeah, I'm still baffled by that because I thought it came out a lot earlier.
It's now or never. The defense would like to present evidence to the court. Evidence showing the reason why a card would swept out.
Then go ahead and point out your reason, Mr. Justice. Why did the killer take the fifth ace?
It bloody.
Take that!
My reason is, this.
Is that an ace? Why, it's got blood on it. Right next to the spade. What? This is insane! Why wasn't I told about this? Why?
Oh, cause I just found it.
Could this be? Could this be the missing fifth ace? Inconceivable! How could you? What are you doing with that card? Is this your card?
Magic. Oh, well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Kevin so upset? It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl.
Oh, that card? It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club that night after the murder had occurred. I gave it to my daughter. Cards are her stock in trade, after all.
Objection!
No, impossible, unacceptable. Court can't accept this evidence, it's a fraud.
Well, Tessa's blood, is it? Shadi's blood?
A fraud? How can you be so sure? What? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood was the reason? The reason for the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime. Where are you going with this? Take another look at the photo, and the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his head fell on the floor. And a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down the back of his head. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen on one of the cards?
I suppose.
The killer then took the card to hide the blood.
Objection!
Regardless, that evidence is non-permissible. Oh? Right. Regardless of how you waste the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence. Oh, we can discuss the finer points of our legal system later. What's important now is that I've answered your question. What are you talking about? You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene. And now, I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see.
Objection!
This is baseless conjecture. Baseless.
Objection!
Oh, I assure you, it's quite based. Based and cringe evidence.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh,
Also,
what? Also?
Also,
that sprite looked so weird in HD.
which one?
The Phoenix one. It just looked so weird.
Honestly,
It did not look right.
to me, this art style. I don't know. I didn't see anything too terribly wrong. I wasn't nitpicking it, but I didn't see too terribly wrong with that. But the art style that they've chosen for the Apollo trilogy, I quite like it much more than the original trilogy they did. I don't know, there's more
Yeah.
depth to this. It has like, what's the word? I don't know. It just felt very.
It's
It felt like they just they took the original sprites and they cleaned them up and added lines to them, and that's it. They didn't like
I feel
artistically render them again.
I feel like they redid all the art for at least I know they did it for the 3DS one, and I think they just made them HD for this release.
Mm.
But like I don't remember that sprite looking so I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense if it looks weird because I'm used to like seeing it on the 3DS, which has a much smaller screen and such
Yeah.
lower resolution. So it just looked fucking weird.
Yep. They went hard with the pixel art. They didn't go with the weird wonky cell shade stuff like the original trilogy. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they remastered and released it the original trilogy on Steam. I don't know, like I love cell shading. I do. But there's something off about that. I can't tell you what, but there is something off about it. I much prefer like the artistry in this trilogy so far.
It's amazing, really. How a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo?
Oh, I can say something now? Yes?
Try picturing the scene of the crime. In your head. See it in your mind's eye.
Mr. Wright, I don't have a mind palace, thank you.
Did you eat that mushroom I gave you earlier? Good. It should make it easier to envision the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, please. I don't want to eat your magical mushroom.
The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And, before the killer swapped a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it in the victim's hand. Given this, there is one decisive problem with this scene. Well, what is it? Keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on a card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? My immediate assumption is that Shoddy would be turned around.
Yeah.
Because it dripped off the back of his head.
Was he hiding in the closet and went quack? Or maybe he was just looking at the window. Kristoff, did you climb through the window? In this position, this diagram doesn't fit.
Used on the W, and I was just like, oh wait, that's probably O'Reilly.
Yeah. The witness.
Yeah.
Victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses.
Volka.
This position doesn't fit with the bloody card.
Take that!
Well, isn't the victim's position that's the problem?
I don't follow your logic here, Mr. Justice.
Well, look. The victim was struck on the head, sitting him back in his chair. You'd think any blood would fall behind the body, not onto the table in front of him.
Yeah.
Take a look at the photo again.
No, more of those fuckers.
What?
Another bot.
I know there's another. Did you see the name of the last one that I banned?
No, I
Man.
didn't. Moving sound.
Slow moving salad. What a name. What a name.
I guess all these bots are getting hit before we can see them.
Yep.
Well, they're hidden from chatters.
I guess so.
Yes.
Yeah, because I've only seen one, and that was like right at the start of stream.
Mm.
It says likely ban evader restricted.
Yep.
And there's
Yeah.
red box around it.
If he bled in this position, the blood would fall on the floor, not on the cards.
Why, that's right. So, what does it mean? Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs.
Swivel chairs? Oh man.
Paula, try turning the chair around in your mind.
Oh, okay. How do I point out? Okay. Oh my gosh, it looks like the thinking chair.
The chair is facing the other way?
It would have to be. So we have to assume that at the time of the murder, the victim's chair was facing away from the table.
When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police, which way was the chair facing? When I came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in this photo.
No, I mean, the killer turned the chair back around.
Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. We know now the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction. Again?
Oh, have you never been in a trial with Phoenix Wright, Payne? Have you forgotten?
Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses. Whose location creates a contradiction that the victim was facing away? The killer?
I guess? We'd have to go. The killer would be able
Because
to
he
be like,
wouldn't, reach.
ah!
he wouldn't reach it, right?
Come all the way around here. Bop!
He did the old wraparound with the bottle.
The victim was struck from the front, correct?
Indeed.
Well, wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front? Sitting where his indicator currently is?
I would think it would be quite hard, yes. Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of a game? I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light. What?
There was a Japanese man stowed away in there.
There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. The writing on the floor in Russian. Look again at the diagram. I really like this diagram. I spent good money on it. Look at the diagram.
I made this with my own 2 hands. You will appreciate this.
Envision the diagram.
Mr. Wright, please. I'm tired of looking at your
Paula.
diagram.
The victim was struck while he was sitting as shown here. Where does the assailant be standing?
Sitting in his lap.
I had the same thought. So that or like straddling him.
Same brain
Oh,
cell. It's the Ace Attorney brain cell. What Chronicles has done to us.
Yep. I mean, if he was facing a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, I could understand that
Yes.
Oh
differently.
yeah.
But here it's just like, no, he was just.
There's
white space.
no,
There is
there's
no room.
nowhere to stand.
Primary getting on the diagram.
What? But there's no room to put a mark where the killer should be.
Don't worry. Let's think it through and see what we find.
Mr. Red, I've got a question for you. You said that this used to be a underground black market. There's no gambling going on right now. Is there other things going on in this closed secret room away from the public eyes, Mr. Wright?
We know the victim was facing toward the wall at the time of the crime. Crime time! That's the only thing we know for sure. Try to forget about everything else. You know how you envision this entire room in your mind's eye? Forget about that.
Oh, thank goodness. You kept insisting on me wanting to think about it, so, right here.
Take that!
The killer had to be standing, well, here.
You get points for flair, but that's about all you get.
I thought I was onto something there, too.
I hardly need to point out that standing there would be impossible.
Not for straddling him.
The victim is facing a solid cupboard.
Cupboard.
Or are you claiming the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above? Huh.
It's simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer could have been standing, then that means that, at the very moment of the crime,
Wait, I know. At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there.
what is this now? I mean, that's the only explanation. Hey, Mr. Gavin? What's the thing about, like, once you remove the impossible, all that's left is what happened or some shit?
Something like that.
I would make a great attorney mentor.
You would! You can't be the
Hey,
first to twirl one, though.
Phoenix. Phoenix, remember, when you remove what's impossible, all that's left is the thing that must have happened or some shit. Go get him. Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately. Field trip. Bailiff, send your team to the crime scene immediately. No, you cannot get nuggies on your way back.
Not even the
Have them try to move the
ghost-shaped
cupboard.
ones?
Want it. Nuggies.
Well, you're not a bailiff, so you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Your Honor?
He'd like to go get me nuggies then. he's not getting the nuggies. I'm getting the nuggies, so it's fair game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a part of cat law?
Yeah.
Okay,
You must always give nuggies.
let's see.
It's also bun law too.
Okay.
Where
What's
was
a-
my 5 years of nuggies?
You never asked.
Okay. What? There's one more thing your men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff. Huh? Yes. Merci. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best. That just made me think of when, like, you're watching an anime on Crunchyroll, and there's obviously the ad break spot, but you're watching it on Crunchyroll, so there is no ad break. They're just like the weird fade and then fade back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's forge ahead here while we wait.
You know, you say that, I miss the days of stylized oh my gosh, what do they call them?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes!
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes, those.
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called.
Same. But yeah, I missed some of them because some of them got like really creative.
The
And some of them were really flashy.
The only animes I can think are like early 2000s and 90s animes. And then
Oh yeah.
Osamatsu-san did it.
Eye catch.
Eye Catch, yes. I think Nambaka did it too. But I haven't seen eye catches on animes in quite a while.
I know OnStars did it.
Yeah.
does it?
Oh my
Because we
god.
made fun of it all the time.
Oh, you know what? Haikyuu does it too.
The thing. Oh, haikus are so fun.
I
love
like haikus.
haikus. They're some of my favorite, but yeah, we made fun of it. I feel like all idol anime or idol adjacent anime has them, and they're usually kinda, I don't want to say cringe, but they're just.
You're watching
some-
idol anime.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
I guess the wording I want is they're obviously low quality and just there. They never really fit in.
Mhm.
Especially when it gets to the more high tense situation. All of a sudden, a beat jingle when someone just threatens someone's life.
Well, it's the same with like Full Metal Alchemist. It's like, oh my god, he's dying! Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh jeez.
Anyway,
We got
let's
on
forge ahead
tangent.
again.
Let's forge ahead while we wait. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed.
Your diagram's been
Oh,
changed again, Mr.
damn.
Wright. This is like the updated autopsy report.
Have the updated diagram.
You need to get a better diagram if we need to keep updating it.
Maybe it's got like little magnets on it.
It's like a football play-by-play board.
Oh, gee. I have watched exactly 0 of those animes. You know, fair enough.
If the killer was standing here at the time of the crime, then this cupboard wasn't here, which means
John Madden, Ace Attorney.
Paula, try moving the cupboard in your
Mr.
mind's eye.
Wright. Mr. Wright, please stop making me edit your diagram. Mr. Wright, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, tests have been as shown here. Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my. What's this?
Phoenix. Stop. Stop with
Envision
this.
in your mind's eye.
Stop with this faux like, oh my gosh. What's this?
What is it now? Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact.
Huh? Oh, dang.
Notice something, Apollo? Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Justice, please point to the new contradicting indicator. Is the victim, the killer, the witness, the second witness? How many times are we going to say that?
Every time. Yes, let me make sure I know my options. Well, no one can look out the window.
Take that!
Look at it and be like, damn, this show sucks.
About this cupboard. Are we all okay with assuming it was moved?
Sure, why not?
Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs. The goon hole was covered.
Ah,
That's right. Someone sitting outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin.
what did you say? Oh? Is the coolest defense in the West losing his cool?
Okay, quit flirting in here. We got a trial to conclude.
Don't expect me to play along with your little game, right? Only a game till someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. And someone was, while the window to that room was blocked by a cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court... exactly where did you witness the crime scene from?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Order! This is a court of law, and I will have order.
You told us to leave and come back, though, sir. We just now received word from our investigative team at the Borscht Bowl Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor.
Oh? And what do they find?
Well, Your Honor, it turns out there's a secret passage behind it.
What? Ah, yes, I believe I mentioned something of the sort before.
Did you?
Has to
This is one of
be.
the tricks. Yeah. This is one of the tricks to the room many of our regulars know about.
I do remember him saying something about that now that he mentions it.
Secret passage is a handy thing to have when you're engaged in illegal goings-on. Never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law.
So the room has a secret passage. Where's it go?
The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops. And enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. You see where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo?
I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidding when she said I need this trump card. The last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked and the victim's hat was off of his head for a few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder. Was only off his head for a few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder. I could read. And Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin, come on, say something.
Dare I ask what really happened that night?
Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. And that night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with destiny. There he crouched, hidden in the secret passageway behind the cupboard, holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. Then the chance came, and he took it.
Oh,
Thank you.
eek. What? Why did you do that? Wait here, I'll get up.
Miss O'Reilly was out cold, struck by Mr. Smith. But his time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shoddy Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dealer. Then our killer stepped out from the secret passage into the hideout.
The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding aside.
And he wheeled his chair around to look, and after the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card.
He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime.
Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor. And the fact that they were all red.
Nerd. Well, it seems this trial is taking yet another turn. I'm truly, truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin.
Mr. Gavin,
Mr. Payne. Mr. Wright.
Your Honor.
Yark. Yark.
Yes, Your Honor?
Prosecution will continue this investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion.
Gwark!
Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I'm afraid circumstances cause me to issue a warrant for your arrest. Immediately.
Objection!
Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoyed myself. It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand. Your point, Mr. Gavin? Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked. That a person of your caliber would be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick. Excuse me?
I like how Payne didn't do anything but spectate. That's typically what Payne does, unless he's like yapping.
The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. Not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney. Illegal evidence?
Objection!
Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin. Is there still any reason, at present, to suspect me of wrongdoing? Of course. This bottle, for instance.
From the bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking.
How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon?
He was really going to town chugging that thing, man.
And not just any fingerprints, am I right, Mr. Payne?
Actually, yes. The fingerprints on the bottle were, upside down.
I seem to recall this being an issue earlier.
The court, and this case, demand an explanation. I can think of only one reason why one would hold the bottle upside down. And that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor, what if they're just really bad at drinking?
Maybe.
See how the caught fish squirms to the last? Well, Apollo,
Yes?
your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. But I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation, just like that.
Yeah. Just like what? Why would anyone grab a bottle upside down? Other than to...
Well, I'm tricky into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one.
Is there really another?
Take another look at the court record. I believe you'll find something out there, in plain sight.
And how about you just say the answer in plain words?
It would be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions, indeed. Well, Mr. Justice,
Mr. Gavin said the court, in this case, demand an explanation. Don't worry. Justice won't leave until justice is done.
perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court. What evidence do you have to explain why the fingerprints of the mother were upside down? That picture was my fault.
Yeah. Is it from grabbing it out of the
The
crate?
bottles. Yeah.
Like you reach down into it and so you grab it by the neck. And that's why your hand would be upside down on it?
Yeah, that would make sense.
I'm sorry, I know it's just like chicken scratch in the back. But that very bottom listing on the chalkboard right behind Phoenix. I'm very concerned about the last 4 letters every time I look up.
Oh?
On the chalkboard behind him, the bottom listing, the last 4 letters look like ILDO to me. I'm like, oh god.
Oh,
Every time I
I see
look
2
up.
O's.
Same.
I was like, Lou? Like a bathroom? What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with the bathroom.
If it's on the Borscht menu. You don't want the bathroom on the
Yeah.
Borscht menu.
That's true.
Because either A, it came from the bathroom, or B, it sends you to one.
no. It's toilet wine, I guess.
Oh god. I'm gonna guess it's the reaching into the box for the bottle.
Take that!
Please. It's actually easier to show you than explain, Your Honor. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair.
Excuse me? On the floor.
Yes. Now reach down and pick it up. Without getting out of your chair.
Ah,
See? You naturally go to pick up the bottle by its neck. With your fingers upside down. Look at this photograph taken at the night of the murder. At the night of the murder? On the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat there, playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor to the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times.
Wow, I can't believe it was that simple. Wow, zowie. Recall our dinner that evening, Crystal? I was drinking my usual justice. My usual juice then, too.
Mr. Wright, please don't drink me.
Has concerning implications.
Basically, use the bottle on the table to do the deed. That's also a terrible line to come immediately after that thought. But then you must have remembered. So you went and picked up on one of the bottles from under the piano. And you switched the bottles. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon.
Order! What do you have to say to these charges, Mr. Kevin? Fascinating. So, this legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection.
What?
You claim that I switched the model.
Yeah, there's gonna be a fucking bottle under that piano that's got a card in it, sir.
Where is your proof? That might have been the note.
Proof? Oh, well, that's,
As I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty.
Objection!
exactly.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation? Ah, yes. I have your memo about that here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the Bush Bowl Club. And here's one of the bottles in question. Huh. What are you going to dust that for fingerprints too?
No, dumbass. We wouldn't do something as inane as that.
I'm going to club you with it. I would be surprised if anyone were on that but his.
Sir Gavin probably wouldn't make such an honest mistake, true. That bottle won't bear a trace of anything.
Say, Paula,
Yes.
why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle?
Well, why?
Just humor me.
I don't like when you get super serious like that, Mr. Wright. It's kind of scary. Mr. Wright?
The bottle will solve this case once and for all.
What? That's some bottle. I wonder what's inside.
Yes.
Oh my god. There's something inside the bottle. What's this?
That card. It can't be. Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment.
Miss Olga Orley? Or really?
Yes, our little swindling Devotchka. Devotchka?
Vodka?
Yeah.
Aria, the Russian expert, yes. Dvoshka.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I've done a rant, like, I went in a rabbit hole one day of looking up Russian. Not for this, if you're wondering. I used to roleplay as the Russian Yuri from Yuri
I was
on
about to
Ice.
say, I'm like, it's gotta be Yuri on Ice, isn't it?
It's Yuri on Ice, yeah.
It's gotta be Yuri on Ice.
And yet, can't do a Russian accent.
No, I can't. I mean, that show is entirely in Japanese, so
Yeah.
we never hear him speak Russian.
That and you probably didn't have to do it out loud.
Davai! Davai!
Oh shit! I didn't realize this was my line. Okay.
Aria's in this game too.
Cheers!
Shit, I'm here too. That night I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost that last hand, just like he was supposed to. And Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Time
Wait,
to go hibernate.
what?
I said time to
okay.
go hibernate.
I just like, hold on a second. Yeah, oh yes, time to go hibernate. This isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? When you mentioned the piece of this piece of testimony?
Pizza.
It's unlike me, she was about to say pizza instead of peace.
Oh.
It's pizza. This pizza evidence. Yep.
Yeah.
I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. Disposed? Where? There's an empty bottle of grape juice I'd been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle.
And there it is.
5 of hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped. And the only one who could have done that was the 4th person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin.
Shocker! Well, before we get into the next throw of this, we are hitting the top of the hour, top of the stream hour, so it's time for us to go ahead and take our hourly ad break to keep the pre-roll ads off for you guys. So, if you'll hang tight here real quick, we'll be right back in a few minutes. So, see you soon. Alrighty. Let us continue. Thank you for celebrate. Oh, he's losing it.
He's taking off.
Classic. Oh. Is he a gravity manipulator? Is it Chuya Nakahara? Thank you for the celebrate.
That is all. Good stream, everybody. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago. That passes like my logic. Straight and true. No, I've seen you talk to Edgeworth. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction.
Mr. Wright, please look on my hand.
Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone?
No.
No, shut up.
No.
You're a sweaty crybaby. Please go.
I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin? He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now. I see. But still, one has to wonder why he would go do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he?
None that we know of.
Mr. Wright, have you anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter. Tune in next time. About this victim, Mr. Shoddy Smith. His occupation was listed as traveler.
Oh my god. He's come from
He
another...
came here from another server.
He came here from another universe.
Yeah,
Michi laughed, and yet I was making a 14 joke.
I was just like, that's a 14 joke. Let's
See, we have two
what else
brains
could I
here.
do?
They're the ones that play Final Fantasy and are really into Final Fantasy, and there's the one who plays Genshin and is really into Genshin.
So the thing is, we're actually all just really into it. Well, Aria's really into certain parts of Final Fantasy, but like, if I asked her on an idle afternoon to play it, she'd be like, nah. Let's look at her Ikemen instead.
Damn. I summoned the Traveler from Genshin? I guess I did.
Aria keeps apologizing, but she never actually plays Final Fantasy with me outside of stream.
I'm sorry.
Aria, it doesn't count. An odd profession, to be sure, and that's all we know about him.
I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor.
Good, Mr. Wright. Yes? 7 years. You still haven't lost your touch. Christoph Gavin is a man with much significance for me. Both as a friend, and a lawyer, and a rival, and a lover.
Mr. Wright, we don't need
He was
to know about
extremely
that.
tough. What?
Mr. Wright, we don't need to know about that.
I tickled his ivories.
No, Mr. Wright, we don't need to know about that. Please continue to not shed any more light on the situation, Mr. Wright.
He was extremely talented, to be sure. I needed two things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated. This courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo.
Me?
This is a dark time for our legal system. Twisting of justice brought on by our very own initial trial system. We have to set it right. With me, right.
Mr. Right.
Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it.
We can't act like Chronicles didn't happen.
Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict.
Before Mr. Right continues to talk about tickling his ivories.
You guys are being weird, and I'd like to go home, so... This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Yay!
Court is adjourned. Now we don't have to think about goon holes anymore.
Why'd you have to bring it up again, Judge? April 20th, 4:28 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3.
Thanks, Apollo. You came through, just like I thought you would.
I feel like you were the one puppeteering me the whole way, Mr. Right. This is my game, but I felt like you were kind of the main protagonist in this one. I don't know, but yeah, you're welcome.
There was like 30 minutes where Phoenix was like, no, it's my turn.
I know, I like. I get that it's a continuation of the original series, so they're like, oh yes, the fans want Phoenix, but I'm like, isn't this Apollo Justice's attorney? Isn't this you're not even an attorney anymore, Phoenix? What are you? Phoenix, quit trying to live not just vicariously, but like quite literally through Apollo by being here.
Yeah, there was a point where the judge was like, you're not the defense attorney. And then about 5 minutes later, he's like, shit, whatever.
He's like,
He's
I
like,
missed you, Mr. Right.
Mr. Right will do whatever he wants. We can't stop him.
Right, I have no power here. I forgot.
Yes. Man, it's been 7 years. I've forgotten. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there, Mr. Right. You were the one doing
Nope.
everything. It was you who cornered Mr. the killer.
I couldn't have done it by myself.
Yep, I was there to be your de facto defense attorney, just to be your figurehead.
You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability.
Ability?
Yes, a sensitivity I lack. I'm a sociopath, you see. You'll come to understand it soon enough.
God. You really need Phoenix, you really need Miles back in your life, please.
Oh,
Please, please, Phoenix, please go beg him. Beg him to take you back. Wait. I wonder if he means... I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true?
Of course it's true.
What's this weird vibe I'm getting? What's that, Mr. Ray?
You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself.
God, you're insufferable! The answer. Right.
Why would Phoenix even know about that?
Maybe it was full of questions without answers. Most of them about Mr. Gavin.
I mean, you guys will find out later.
I think I know, because I've been spoiled with some things, but...
What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come.
Huh? Oh, wait. You don't know, do you?
This locket is the key.
Well, that reminds me. I met the girl whose picture is in your locket.
They worked really hard on this animation, and they want you to see it again.
And again.
Observe this diagram of this locket of Phoenix Wright's daughter.
See, it's just Phoenix is just very proud of his daughter. You know, it's like you get those dads who are like, oh my gosh, look at my child. Here's my wallet photo. Phoenix is like,
That is
have you seen my
very
daughter?
much feel.
Have you seen my daughter? Look. This is my daughter.
We were talking about Full Metal Alchemist.
We
earlier,
were.
And there is a
No,
character who does
no,
that a
no,
lot.
we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about him. I don't want to think about him.
Oh yeah, today's October 3rd.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Not gonna lie, I don't understand that reference, but I keep
Oh,
seeing it on Twitter because it's also Mean Girls Day.
Oh no! It's October 3rd.
It
All
happens
I've
very early on in the series, but it's a day where the Elric brothers do something with alchemy that they really fucking weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
And they mark it down so they don't forget that, and they don't do it again.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Don't forget October 3rd. God, it is October 3rd. What a coincidence! I'm talking about Ace Attorney, not Ace Attorney. Obviously, I'm talking about Ace Attorney, but Full Metal Alchemist. It's like,
Yeah.
I know Full Metal Alchemist, but like, when do I ever talk about Full Metal Alchemist? Like, rarely at all.
I mean, I was the one that brought it up earlier.
Oh my God, Lux!
As far as saying to ban both Soph and Lux.
Yeah, don't ban the mods. It gets really messy really fast.
Yeah. No, I don't think I ever banned you. I think I timed you out and that got really
timed me
messy.
out.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the banning is gonna work any better.
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
Messy.
She timed me out one time because she had a timeout redeem
Mhm.
and someone did it and they're like timeout Soph. And it removed my mod status
oh.
and also didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was in a limbo state wherein I wasn't a mod, but on Aria's end I was, so she couldn't assign me mod status again. But I couldn't do any mod stuff.
I couldn't even do unmod and like /unmod and /mod. It didn't work.
Yeah.
I fucked around with it, and at one point it just gave him that mod status back. So
Damn.
it got really messy. I think we spent like 10 minutes trying to get his mod status back.
Probably. And then I got mad at her.
I'm sorry. It was funny in the moment.
Yeah. For Aria.
It was like, it was funny. I think I only like timed you for like what, a minute or something.
I mean, all it takes is like a second for it to do that.
True. Yeah. But still, it was funny until I realized, oh shit, my actions have consequences.
Yeah?
Twitch fixed that now because I've been timed out as a mod for a test. Aw.
This was back close to when I became a mod.
Yeah, this
It
was like
was-
2 years ago.
Yeah, that would have been like end of 22.
It just removes mod status from everywhere now, so it's an easy remod. Yeah, no, I think it was like 2 years ago, and it just kind of glitched out.
Yeah, I could say at the very least, while there are things that I might poke at Soph with, I don't think I would ever go to the lengths of banning him or timing him out. That's just how
Honestly,
I don't know if
I was.
What you
Go
saying?
on.
Yeah. Oh, both of us are like, go on.
Indeed, standoff.
I was more or less curious, to be fair, to see if you could actually ban your time out your mods. I wanted to see if they were like immune to it or something.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Kinda literally.
I don't really. I didn't mean to click on that. I thought I was getting back in the window. Something that's your daughter, right?
That's right. She's my daughter. Ah, I see. Your daughter.
I see.
You know, you're right about this, Loggett.
Yeah?
I took this off his neck the night he died. But it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong to him.
Wait, but that's perjury. You testified. You said that lock was yours.
I said no such thing, actually.
Huh?
I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside.
Oh, the semantics.
That's how they get you. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth.
Wait, but then... Why? Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside it?
Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still getting started with your career.
Don't fuck it up like I did. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices, after all. I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs.
Apollo,
Yes?
how about coming to work for me? Do you know how to play piano?
You mean at the Right and Cool Law Offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it.
I can't imagine that to be true, but
Wait, but didn't you... You're not a...
oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore.
Can't shove it in people's faces anymore. That's what they took it away from me from. That incident 7 years ago. That legendary trial. And at the middle of it all was one man. Phoenix Wright. It does say T at the bottom, indeed it does. Am I going to use it to go back?
Pointing out the log thing.
Yes. Am I going to go back and use the history? No. Obviously, at that point in time, I did not think of T.
D
Also,
for
apparently, Asmar really
history.
wants to hear Russian Aria.
No, no, you don't.
What are you talking about? You got the best Russian accent, Aria.
No, I do not. Don't you lie.
Hello, I am Beef Stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff.
What are you doing on my ship?
What was her name? Pavlova? Was it Natasha?
The ballerina?
The ballerina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I forget her name, but
I can't remember her name. I think her last name is Pavlova. I don't remember her first name. But I remember talking about her like this in her little kitty cat. It was just playing with the little ribbon. The case reached a sad conclusion, and he left law for good. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts?
I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? How you did all the work? There was a single piece of forged evidence.
Where's evidence? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick.
One piece of evidence struck me as odd. It's true. It just seemed, well, too perfect. I bet this was the forged evidence. The card, isn't it? Nicolina. Nicolina. You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Ray.
Yes, that card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left. Leaving the wrong card in its place. Luckily for us. Courts can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud. Would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago.
Then, you really...
Yes, I forged this card. An iron ingot, and a lot of heat, and a hammer.
I didn't realize playing cards were made like that.
One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real.
But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney.
Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo?
So it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago.
None of that matters much now, does it?
Ah! I punched him.
It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Until it isn't. Perhaps I can help you turn to the next page.
Am I taking over my trial again, Mr. Wright?
My office's address. Drop in if you like.
Mr. Wright.
Oh, about your uppercut. They could use it. By yelling, take that next time, I find it packs a little more punch. And Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time. What was it, a date?
I was like, dude, you were on trial for murder.
Thanks for tonight. I had a lot of fun.
You're welcome. And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door. And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved. And at the time, I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day. Connected by a single thread of logic. And find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law. And this is how my story begins.
My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine.
I thought that myself. I was like, is it gonna say, and I'm fine?
I honestly was waiting for Michi to just weave it in there.
I was getting too serious there. That wasn't on my mind. It had a softer punch to this. If he was, more about his delivery here, I would have thought about it. But here I was like, no. I'm morose in a way. I'm somber. I am Apollo Justice, attorney at law.
I personally find those are like the easier times to weave jokes.
I was being too serious, okay?
I mean, we all have our own senses of humor. And that's why
Sure,
it's good
sure,
to
sure.
stream together. So
Oh man. I want to start the next one, but I don't think that's a smart idea.
Yeah, I was
It's really
thinking that if
not.
we wanted to, I would feel like this is would be like the best stopping point.
Yes, because we
Because
probably
we're gonna be out for a bit.
Yeah.
maybe 2 weeks. We'll see. Because I come back I'm back in town what day is it? The 18th, I think. It's a Tuesday. Tuesday after Columbus Day.
Yeah.
And then I go back to work on that Thursday of that week.
Wait, you said the 18th you'll be leaving?
Or I'll be back. I think. Is
Oh.
it the Tuesday? No, sorry, I'm mixing the numbers.
It's
Sorry.
Friday.
I'm mixing the numbers. I'm coming back on Tuesday the 15th.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be going back to work on the 17th. So I don't know how I'll feel after traveling, and not only that, but we're having to take a flight out of Portland, and that's a drive. We're driving. It's a drive out, and that's a drive in. So we'll probably be pretty dead on Wednesday, I'm sure. I don't know what Thursday brings though. But yeah, probably a good stopping point here. Don't want to get too into it, and then if I can't remember things from last week's Ace Attorney stream, am I gonna remember things from 3 weeks ago Ace Attorney stream? Definitely not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like
Definitely not.
probably a great, not a good thing just to start the trial and then not start the trial, won't start the case.
Just chomping at the bit to get a Paul of Justice. Phoenix Wright stole my
Yeah.
thunder this time. I want to learn more about Paulo.
I'll finally get more voices.
Tune in next time to hear Aria talk.
Yeah.
Aria is also here too.
Yeah, I'm here, I swear.
Okay.
I didn't murder anyone.
What?
I said I didn't murder anyone.
Nobody said anything about murder, Aria. Why?
Well, the character I was playing was accused of murder.
Well, I'll keep an eye on you. No one said anything about murder, Aria. I don't know about that.
Why would I murder anyone anyway?
See,
I'm too cute.
See, we decided we wanted to spice up the Ace Attorney streams. Soph and I can do all the fun voices and all this. We've had a great time, right? We've had a great time going through this. We thought it would be super exciting to bring an actual criminal onto the stream. We thought that would be super great.
Gotta get that authentic experience.
Yeah, exactly. Improvement innocent of it sounds like ours being a little too defensive. Yeah. But we had to get that authentic experience. We wanted, I don't have much energy, but there are times where I'm like, I want to do extra things for my stream, right? I want to make my streams a unique experience for my audience, right? So we're going to play Ace Attorney, and not only are we going to genuinely voice every line, we are genuinely going to give it our all and have a good time with it. But I want to bring some authenticity to this. Ace Attorney is so out there, so dramatized. I know we need a real person here that can that can vouch for what it's really like. Forget those streams where it's like I am a doctor and watch Cells at Work. I play Ace Attorney with a real lawyer. No, we bring a real criminal.
Oh my lord.
She's been accused of too many bun crimes, so she's turned into a cat now.
Yeah. I'm in hiding, trying to get them off my tail.
By having a longer tail.
Yeah. They would never know.
They'll never know. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see if anyone's online. Let us see.
Probably. People are usually online at this time.
Yep.
Oh shit, I got a lot of people.
I mean, it's relatively early compared to
I know, we
when
usually
it normally.
it is. We usually end sometime around 12:30 to 1 sometimes.
I've been thinking about making a post on Twitter being like, hey, I need more people to raid. Like legitimately, I do not have a lot of people to raid at the end of my streams. But like a lot of people have been posting stuff like that, so I don't want to be like coming off as like engagement baiting, but I legitimately need more people to raid. I will usually only have Kiwi.
Everyone else we know is asleep.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I have a friend that lives in the UK. Why don't you swing a little to the left? That's cute. That game's super cute.
Oh, Annie?
Yeah, Annie.
Yeah, I should have she was playing that tonight.
We will read
Yeah,
out
it's like
to Annie
it's like
then.
it's either the people in the UK, Kiwi, or Australians I end up rating because they're just awake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. Okay, how do I end stream?
Sometimes Lily. Lily sometimes.
Lily is up
awake.
sometimes. Yeah, she is streaming sometimes. Indeed, I know.
But
It's a small mixed bag for me
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got Ace Attorney today that we've done. Next stream is going to be on Saturday at noon Eastern time. You can check out the schedule for the week as the pinned tweet on Twitter, or you're welcome to join the Discord as well. It also is posted in our announcement channel. Thank you for that, Soph. You can see the links here that Soph is lovely putting in the chat for you guys. So if you'd like to follow on Twitter, or even join the Discord, that would be super cool. You know, I try my best to chat here and there. I try, I really do. I've been so busy with work, but feel free to join that. Once I'm not so busy anymore, I plan on doing some more like anime days and stuff. So in the Discord, that would be super fun to do. But other than that, stream on Saturday. What else do I want to talk about? Thank you for the raid messages. The raid messages are there as well. The first one is the regular one. Second one is for subscribers. So please click that whichever one is applicable to you. I think that's it. I don't know. My brain
I
has
mean, the
not
fact
been
that
here
you're going to
today.
be out for a bit kind of puts a
Yeah.
stop on a lot of stuff.
It
so.
does kind of put a stop on a lot of stuff. But I will be back soon. We will have Genshin on Saturday. And while I might be gone, I will be back soon. But yeah, I've got so much on my mind right now. I've got so much I can't even remember, honestly, half of anything. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming to hang out tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed joining us tonight. I enjoyed chatting with you guys and enjoyed doing voices for you guys and enjoy hanging out with you and
Voice.
huh? Oh, voice, yeah.
Voice.
Voice. Maybe next one we'll have voices. But yeah, thank you so much everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys and thank you Soph and Aria for joining me too. It is a pleasure to be able to hang out and
Inviting me.
and hear Arya's beautiful Russian accent.
Never make me do accents again, please.
I did
You
not make you do an
admitted
accent.
You said last stream that you wanted to do more accents.
You did.
I
That's
do.
true. That's true.
I
You
do,
wanted to do
that's
more
true.
accents. Man, we just
That's
need to
so bad.
we just need to get her to do Chronicles then. We need to gotta put her through her paces of some different British accents, get her warmed up, you know?
Accents are like karaoke. It's not about being good at them.
Yeah. Just tackle it,
Yeah.
have a good time, have fun with it.
After
Subject
I
yourself to the horrors.
After I finish the first Chronicle game, I may end up streaming the second one, depending. If I have time.
That not to say you can't do that. It would be an interesting starting point for
Well, the
people.
thing is I'm almost done. Not
Yeah.
almost. I'm like halfway through the first game. I just feel it's kind of weird just to stream it now, especially when I'm like halfway through a case
Understandable.
currently.
You could be like me. You can start fresh from the very beginning.
Oh God.
Yeah.
This save file I started ever since the game came out. It's such an old save file.
Yeah, not to say you can't do it, but it'll be
No.
interesting for people who don't know starting from the second game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've done weirder things, to be fair, with my streams.
hey,
My.
it's your stream. You do whatever
It's
you
my
want
stream.
with
I
it.
can, yeah.
It's your stream. You can cry if you want to. I don't know. I think it's my party. I can cry if I want to.
It's my party. I can cry if I want. Cry if I want.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
shit, that's how's it gonna be stuck in my head now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was the first thing that came to mind whenever that phrase came to my mind. So anyway, I think we should go ahead and wrap it up here.
Probably.
So yeah. Thank you again, everyone. Please collect your raid messages. We're going to raid out to Annie, who's playing a little to the left. Because I'll reprise my roles the Chronicle characters.
I don't know if I'll ever actually do that because mostly I don't have a lot of time.
Aria is only going to be Susato. That is the only character she's going to be. So we'll voice every other Chronicles characters.
Eh.
I mean, it could be Busta Fellows again.
Oh god. Oh lord. Okay, we are going to read out. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we're gonna raid.
We're going to raid. I'm going to say we're going to raid for the next 15 minutes. We're going to do it now. I'm making the decision. We're cutting it off now. No more. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. I'm hanging up right now. You guys have a great night, and let's give Annie lots of love. So thank you again. This is Michio signing off, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. So have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.